And we back with another banger video. Today we are reacting to Lil Durk get sentenced after getting snitched on. We know he got booked for the murder for hire. People saying he's gonna be getting out. People saying he's not getting out. Some people saying that he have a chance, but we gonna see off this video and shoot. We got some more videos we reacted to. We reacted to some King Von videos because King Von's birthday was yesterday. So, hey, we don't know if a member from OTF came up, snitched on Lil Durk again, or I don't know. But let's jump into it. Make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on the post notifications, and let's jump into it.
We want to begin now with some breaking news. Rapper Lil Durk is charged in a for hire plot.
Lil Durk's real name is Durk Bank, and he is from Chicago. This is his mugshot from Florida, where he was arrested last night.
Lil Durk was just snitched on by his best friend OTF Vonnie, making him guilty in his court case. It was announced Chicago rapper Lil Durk's sister-in-law calls OTF Vonnie a rat and a snitch in the M for Hire Fed case in an IG post. As in the courtroom today, his file was updated showing that he's no longer in the Bureau of Prisons custody. This means that he was released from jail, likely on a house arrest, where he would then get his hands on a new iPhone. He would text somebody that he thought was close to him, but that person then flipped on Vonnie, leaking all of the messages. OTF Vonnie texted who he thought was his friend, "Yeah, and I'm trying to plea out on a 32, which is the base for M for Hire. Max is 43, which is life. I'd get -2 points for the plea, -1 point for an early plea, -2 points for no background, meaning then I'll have 27 points, which is only 5 to 7 years in prison. It's better than that. I can't go to trial. I might get an elbow. I don't want them to do me like the other boys." When saying he doesn't want to get got like the other boys, he's actually referring to OTF Jam, who also snitched, but more.
Lil Durk is scared to go to jail, bro. Like, I don't know if y'all seen like how much he trying to change. Like, bro, after King Von died, you seen how much he tried to change for himself. Like, he tried to change Chicago so much. Like, bro, you being a scared little baby, you can't be scared of what you gonna have to face, bro. You know what you had to do? Go to trial, get that shit done with. If you got good lawyers, you should be out of there. I mean, he on house arrest right now, but come on.
On that later. However, Vonnie's father is very upset that his son turned federal. It was tweeted, OTF Vonnie's father reveals Vonnie allegedly orchestrated the Lil Pab and King Von passing.
Oh no, he ain't take my advice. He ain't respond no back to me because this is on a tablet. He on a jail tablet when I sent that to him. He ain't respond to nothing else to him. I told you he can't take my advice because they play. They made themselves get caught. This is what come along with it. They wanted to get caught. You understand me?
So, that's what you meant by trenches of paint. Okay.
What you mean trenches what?
I don't. Was it you that said that with the whole narrative about Vonnie snitching with the text messages? Like that's.
Yeah. I don't know who said that, but that was me.
But that was a focus. Everybody was trying to make it seem like that's what the text messages was about.
That's just saying what he finna cop out to and this, that, and other. And with me saying Von, some people like, man, what, he gonna tell them some words on Von?
I ain't gonna lie, I said that in my video. I'm intrigued to know what the Von name was for.
No, he ain't gonna tell them no Von. You gonna tell it just like you orchestrated Lil Pab. You orchestrated this, and guess who you work for?
OTF Vonnie's father is from the street, where if somebody snitches, then you can snitch on them, and he didn't hold back. However, I do have the answer as to why OTF Vonnie snitched, and let me explain. In OTF, there is only 3 main guys left. This is Lil Durk, OTF Vonnie, and OTF Didi. Vonnie and Didi are related, which is important to know.
They are related, and it's only them 3 left. It's only them 3 left, for real. Let's be honest. Only them 3.
as it was just announced, the new Lil Ted body cam footage of him begging to snitch against Lil Durk and OTF members have changed the case. Durk's lawyers submitted paperwork for an extended time on their bond proposal. This raises the question of, what did Lil Ted say to the feds? Lil Ted is known as OTF DD's younger brother, who is Lil Durk's main guy for anything street related and is cousins with OTF Vonnie. Lil Ted was arrested at a local convenience store as he had a firearm in his jeans pocket and he did not want to go to jail.
Really? What about that? A man had it with an extended clip. That's cool though, right?
At this moment, Lil Ted was then driven to the police station, but before even getting inside, he had tears coming down his face as he would yell to the police, "I swear I'll tell you all about the passings," hoping not to be placed into jail, but it was already too late for him.
Hey, stop it. Stop it.
Being placed into the waiting cell, Lil Ted was seen crying his eyes out, wanting nothing more to just snitch on all the team members that he knows, just so that he can go home and get out of jail. As you need to remember, he's related to Vonnie and DD, who knows the information that Lil Ted knows.
Wait, hold on, you gotta relax on me, because I can't understand it.
Is he crying?
Relax.
Did you cry? Did you actually crying? Oh nah. Oh nah. Oh nah. Get him out of here. Is you crying?
Stop saying what you saying, man.
We're gonna see what we can do for you, alright?
You can see what we can do for you. You gotta relax on me.
Relax, man. I'm gonna get busted to prison. Relax.
Give me no, I'm saying, what you talking about? I'm trying to get that.
With OTF DD being his older brother, when there was news of someone snitching in the court system, as in court files, it only shows the person's last name. Everybody believed that it was OTF DD, but in reality, it was his brother. But this had a trickle-down effect, with Ted already wanting...
Big DD snitch? What? That's why when I looked at it, I thought it was Lil DD the whole entire time. Whole fact is Big DD. You feel me? Cause the last name, cause I only show the last name.
Snitch against Durk, there's a high probability the feds got DD, Vonnie, and both their parents together all in one room for their moms to basically yell at them to snitch and not waste their entire lives sitting in a prison cell, which is a very common tactic the feds use, as with them all being related, 3 against 1 being Lil Durk, Durk is gonna lose every single time. But there's a reason why they're snitching out so fast. This is because Lil Durk is about to be released from jail. To understand when, it's important to know the news of words from Durk's father have Durk being released on a bond. With this being his third attempt, his lawyers made an offer so great the judge can't refuse it.
I just left the courtroom for the bond hearing for my son for the release for the third time. This time it was very fair. The judge was very fair. He wasn't pro-prosecutor, he wasn't pro-defense, but he was pro-justice. So he listened to all the evidence, and he's gonna give a ruling in the next few days about what his position is for the bond. But we were very pleased at how it turned out. So continue, family, friends, and fans, continue to keep us in your prayers, and we thank you. And inshallah, God willing, this be victorious for us, that we have a good ruling in our favor.
meaning they needed to get together to snitch against Durk before Durk gets out first, as the prosecutors ended up dropping evidence against Lil Durk, which did give him a release date. The news wrote, today Lil Durk's court hearing had the prosecutors telling the judge they are willingly throwing away evidence against Durk. While reading it out loud in front of the judge, I wonder how this will affect the rest of his bond hearing, as the prosecutors did this in the most corrupt way possible, saying out loud, we are dropping the evidence of the Durk lyrics reading, told me they got an Addy go, got location go, look on the news, see your son screaming no, no, while also showing the news clip of Quando Rondo screaming no on the sidewalk.
Right now, the search is on for 3 people who police say at a Savannah rapper, a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles, and cameras captured the aftermath.
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
No card reader, no problem. Jim's got you covered. Accept any payment, debit, credit, Apple Pay, or digital wallets using just your phone.
As this was a very corrupt and wrong way of dropping evidence, Lil Durk was just about to receive a bond. With them telling the judge they are dropping this evidence while reading it out loud, this will be in the back of the judge's mind before giving Durk the answer. It was so bad, even Charleston White reacted.
This is a real victory. Now that demonic force was a dark force. It was a dark energy. I think we now finally get to put that.
I don't even think Durk was like even on that timing. Like, I don't even think Lil Durk was like even like on that demon timing for real.
Fire out. I don't think we'll hear drill music ever again. I don't think drill rappers would ever be celebrated ever again. Down goes the drill. So this is a victory for law-abiding Americans who like hip-hop music but don't like the killing part of it.
The judge would then announce inside a court he's gonna need a few days to make his decision. Lil Durk would return back to jail, but this is where his entire life would turn around once again. In case you missed it, the news wrote, Chicago rapper Lil Durk was involved in an altercation inside a jail this morning. This even resulted in Lil Baby tweeting, I don't care about nothing else other than Durk right now, free the bro, as the streets connected what really happened. It began with the tweet of, Lil Durk's day one homie Gleesh passed away last night in Chicago, meaning several OTF members are being targeted, including Lil Durk. This raises the question of who would want revenge against OTF, as the same day Lil Durk was targeted inside a jail, Quando Rondo and Lil Tim did interviews on the exact same day, said the same message, and had them both released on the same hour. Many look at it like a weird coincidence, but others believe it was for the feds to not investigate them for going after Durk while he's still in jail, making it a great alibi. As Lil Tim said,
I was just protecting my little brother.
When you did finally find out that it was King Von who did it, how'd you feel?
I was like, damn, if Brian did that stupid shit last night, he still would have been alive. That's how I was. But I was like, yeah, I ain't no the type person I am. Like, I'm a humble person. I ain't no disrespect to like his mama saying him shit like that, cause I could easily get on that type of stuff and be clout chasing type. Like, I ain't on that type. I'm a humble person, but it's like they ain't never popped that shit off. That would have never happened like that.
As Quando Rondo said the exact same thing, saying that he wishes things were handled in a much different way.
Whoever on my side, they got kids and a mama that 100% love them. And at the end of the day, bro, all this bull that we talking about is stupid. That could have been handled a totally different way. It could have been handled to the point where a song and $3-4 million could have came out or whatever. Like, that could have got handled in a legit way, in a music way.
Two ops of Lil Durk, both doing an interview on the same day, praising Durk, wishing things were handled a different way, while he's also targeted inside a jail, does not seem suspicious at all. Due to this, Durk's lawyer would end up doing an interview with DJ Academics, speaking on the situation while also revealing his release date, sharing detail of the prosecutors ruining their own case.
The other allegation they backed away from, which is huge, it shows the weakening of the case. Previously, the prosecution had alleged that Durk paid the bounty for through one of his co-defendants, and they named the co-defendant. Now they've backed off that allegation. They're not actually saying that Durk paid the bounty through the co-defendant or anyone else. And the fact that they're not saying that suggests that previously they thought they were going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy, and now they know we're not going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy.
As he went on to mention, the case is getting weaker for the prosecutors, who can now no longer use Durk's lyrics, as this was Durk's lawyers calling the charges a joke. He would share the feds only had lyric evidence against Lil Durk, but now they're not even using it.
The case is as follows. So there was an indictment. It did not name him, right? It named others, and then there was an unindicted person. And then 3 weeks later, that indictment was what's called the first superseding indictment, and it does name him. The indictment was identical, except the unnamed person now became Durk Banks. And this is the really important part, Act. The second indictment, what's called the first superseding indictment, only had one new fact. It had one new fact, and that was it alleged that there was a video by Durk that celebrated and monetized this.
However, a few days later, the judge then finally made his decision. Durk would be seen entering the courtroom, but the news wrote, the feds say Lil Durk would need to go completely broke and give up all of his property to be granted a bond. They fear that he might use his fortune to place bounties on witnesses.
No bond for Lil Durk. Let me tell you about what options he has left and why the bond was denied this time. Now, he's in federal court on a murder for hire charge where he faces the possibility of life in prison. What that means is, under the federal law, it is presumed that you do not get a bond because the charge and the penalty are so serious. So your lawyer has to go out there and show why you should get a bond. Now, ultimately, what the district judge decided to deny the bond on was a couple of factors. There's a couple $1 million being put up, but it's not all being put up by Durk. Some of it is from the label, and ultimately Durk has a lot more money and assets than what's being put up. So if I let him out on bond and he tries to flee, he's going to have tons of assets and money at his disposal.
As with the feds afraid Durk might go after witnesses, it seemed like he already did. OTF Vonnie was afraid of this happening to him because it was announced, has anyone heard from OTF Jam after he snitched on Lil Durk? Several OTF gang members are gone, but low-key he's been gone for months, as he was outed for being a snitch on DJ Vlad's show.
There's a guy named OTF Jam.
That was wired.
Very ironic name.
Jam got him
in a jam.
Did 12 years.
12
got
years.
out, interviewed, said he kept it real, brought him cars, gave him 50,000.
Right.
This. Made mention that ain't no smut on his name. He ain't never been a rat. Caught a gun case. But eventually he flipped.
As once this hit news headlines, the news read, OTF Jam was found by OTF members hiding out in a crib outside of Atlanta. Sources claim Jam was dealt a punishment for snitching on OTF owner Lil Durk, alongside a photo of the scene where Jam was staying at, where no one has heard from him ever since. Vonnie doesn't want to end up like OTF Jam. This happened to Jam because what he provided. As the court file reads, over 230 gigs of digital evidence, which includes audio recordings, video surveillance, and 20,000 pages of reports are currently being processed for discovery, as an OTF member named Jam supplied them with all this evidence. A court update read, the feds believe Durk paid to get these two people dealt with. Number 1, Stephon Mack, who got Durk's brother D-Thang. Number 2, OTF Jam's baby mom, who passed after Lil Durk found out he wore a wire around him. Feds think Jam is the key to putting Durk in jail for all 3 crimes, meaning once the case with Lil Pab is done, Lil Durk is now looking at 2 more cases, as it was this Instagram live where Lil Durk first noticed Jam was wearing a wire. Jam was seen holding the top of his jacket, whispering in it,
Check on your man, let him get his head. I ain't gonna lie, man. Hey, when I was growing up, I don't have a dare. Architect. I'm having a dare. School's out of town.
However, months before ever being arrested, Durk knew Jam was acting strange. It was shared, Lil Durk has been playing 3D chess the entire time. He knew OTF Jam was gonna cooperate.
I see from a mile away.
I don't think people realize that.
I can have a conversation with you for 5 seconds and know your cooperate.
Due to all this happening to Lil Durk, he would speak further on it, saying he doesn't even allow his friends to know where he lives anymore and gives no information to anyone. You can tell just how sad he is knowing Jam snitched.
Nobody is ever allowed to my house. It be my best friend never been to my house.
For real?
I promise.
Your best friend?
Promise. Like, it's people like that I just don't allow around my girl and my kids. Cause it's like, I'm just a different type. I'm not the...
That's a respectful man right there too. Like, keep your homies away from your kids and your girl, but have a side crib or like another crib so you could put your homies in there instead of your crib with your girl and your kids, so you could just have them out the way and no beef. You feel me? That's how Lil Durk playing it though. He don't want his girl or his kids and none of that. He just want himself in that. Himself only dealing with it. You feel me?
At family night at Durk house tonight. It's the
everybody at Durk's crib.
Yeah, we gotta everybody getting watched. We gotta watch everybody. Hey, they go too close to them kids. You know what to do. Like, that's how I play. Like, I don't play. I see from a mile away.
I want to day trade, but you a bum. So let me teach you how to day trade with $0. We'll practice the art of day trade.
I think people realize
OTF Jam is the same man that Lil Durk gifted $50,000 to during this Instagram live. If Durk did this for you, would you still snitch?
What's name, bro? Steady crying, huh? He's steady crying. Feed him. Feed him.
See that?
Feed
my
him.
baby. That's really how y'all hold y'all babies.
Look at his face. Look at his face when he seen that money. Look at his face when he seen all that money in his hands. $50,000, my nigga. In your hands. You smiling. You snitched on Lil fucking Durk. Come on, bro. You gotta be a goofy. That means King Von or Lil Durk didn't tell this whole entire time that, nigga, you was only going after the money. You wasn't going after nothing else. Cause if they would have gave him $50,000 2 years ago, or $100,000 2 years ago, when King Von was alive, boy, I promise you, it'd be a whole different story.
I gotta hold my money like this. This too much. Crazy though. I'm sitting up there doing all this. Sneak this and internet games and all this. Up some money, do something. Like, we winning, bro. I can do it. Whatever it is I want to do, I can do it. Just now what I want to do what I want. Y'all can't do that, bro.
Bro got out what?
You know that
How many you did all?
How many years I did it now?
Yeah. That's your last bit. 12?
12.
That boy popped out 12 years. So much money. We really just get in order to just figure out the lanes, man, boy.
However, there is something very important about that Instagram live. Those in the background of that live, the feds investigated further into. They realized these same people were seen jewelry shopping with King Von. They're also the same people involved in Lil Pab's passing, meaning they all stuck together, making it clear they were all very close friends and they would want revenge toward King Von.
Voluntary.
We just looked at him. Good, man.
Let's go over there. Boss, you good? My boy. Let's go.
They got real in here, man, because he just stepped in. The money man just stepped in.
With all of this going against Lil Durk, he still has one last chance of being released from jail, as his lawyer would speak on. Academics would ask him if Durk would entertain a plea deal. Drew says, no, we're going all the way.
You know, likelihood of a plea. I think a lot of people have seen, like, this seems like it's a do or die thing. This is kind of like it's going to be like a 1 or 0 type of situation. You're either are or you're not. Is Durk, from your understanding, or you as a lawyer right now, as his criminal attorney, Are you open to possible conversations about plea deals? Are you thinking, no, we're going all the way? Would you entertain it, just entertain it, because that's your job to listen to it and maybe present it to Durk, or that's just off the table?
It's a conspiracy to commit murder case. It's an all or nothing case, and he did not participate in a conspiracy to commit murder. And so there is no alternative. It's a life sentence, potential life sentence. So this case is going to go to 12 people.
They're going all the way for one specific reason. Lil Durk's lawyers have been keeping this in their back pocket to eventually win the case, explaining that all Durk does online and in music is express his First Amendment right, just like Young Thug did, who also got released.
There's a First Amendment argument here, right? That this violates the...
Why do y'all think Young Thug is out right now living his life? Because his lawyers took it all the way. They can't hold Lil Durk off of what he's saying in music videos or what he's saying on lives or anything. It's just the First Amendment, right? He can say what the fuck he wants to say. Honestly. So it's like, hey.
First Amendment, can you talk about that?
Right, for sure. I mean, I'm expressing myself. I can say the things that I want to say in a rap record or any kind of record. And you could go back and there's country records and there are pop records and there are R&B records that talk about all kinds of things. It's just that there's this notion that with hip hop, quote, glorifying violence, that suddenly now we're going to use these things to prosecute them. But does that mean that the free speech, First Amendment has gone away? No, absolutely not. He can absolutely rap about what he wants to rap about, and that doesn't mean just because the story is violent.
As this looks very good for Lil Durk, lawyers online are even saying he'll be released from jail just like Young Thug was, and I'm curious to know if you agree.
We've seen it happen quite a bit. I don't know that I'd say it's been persuasive. I think the biggest example we look at is Young Thug down in Atlanta. They took a lot of his lyrics, and even though technically speaking, ultimately they got a conviction, he actually walked out on time served. Most of the people that were prosecuted didn't end up being convicted, and I don't think anybody would call that prosecution a successful prosecution. And so, you've got freedom of speech issues. Does it mean that just because I'm saying something in a rap song, and it typically is a rap song, does that mean that I actually did something? And this is an extra interesting twist here because Lil Durk's attorney is saying, well, this song is actually released a month.
We don't know if Lil Durk did it or not, but free Lil Durk, bro. Free YNW Melly too, cause we actually gotta watch a YNW Melly case. But if y'all enjoy these videos, hit that like, subscribe, and